Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as the Tukulor Empire. Let's continue on for last off. So, our industries in Kano and in Eastern Mali have been going pretty well, right? In industry score right now. So I'm just going to build a ton of factory in those two states, make sure there's a lot of workers, and then move on to industrializing the next two most populous states and the next two populous states after that. Because right now, I don't see our empire growing too much more than this, at least not for the time being, until World War I happens and France and Britain are at war. Again, assuming that's actually what occurs. Then I can maybe try to take some French territory. But until that moment, we're kind of just limited to what we have, because where would I expand to? The answer is absolutely nowhere. I will expand a naval base, just in case that actually matters. But over here in Kano, we have steel, cotton, fruit, and some... I mean, we got some good stuff here. So, we're going to build a glass factory, because that needs coal, and also that improves our liquor distillery. We need, we can build a cannery. We can build a clothing store, I believe, because that needs, no, we can build a textile mill. You need some dyes, but that's okay. And then if we have a textile mill, that means we can actually build some clothing afterwards with those textiles. And with a clothing factory, you can make a luxury clothes. We don't have silk. A small arms factory, I think, is probably an okay idea. Is there anything else that only needs coal? Cement. And then fertilizer needs sulfur. Is there anything we're using, like cans? I don't think so. Small arms. I mean, it needs steel. But there's no iron in our country right now. I don't think we make any iron whatsoever. So, let's ignore the final two slots for now. In our main territory here, again, it's very much the same stuff. We're going to want to go for a cannery. We are going to want to go with a clothing factory, with the textile mill, glass factory. I mean, we can also do cement. But I think you're going to become like a weapons manufacturer, so we're going to make some ammunition, which allows you to make explosives, which allows you to make small arms as well, and then a steel mill. Something like that, and then we're just going to keep on trying to encourage craftsmen in these two provinces, and then after that, we move on to trying to industrialize the next two. And if we need, you know, better factories come available, we can always just destroy old ones and replace them. I'm okay with that. I'm not worried about replacing stuff, because we have a pretty small country right now. An artillery factory would be nice as well, but we can do that with another factory later. Because right now, how many states do we have? We have, I checked the ledger because I think it'll be in here. That's not the ledger, that's the main menu. We have, I mean, this is provinces, not states. Okay, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 if you count this little tiny one right here. It only has 48,000 people. So essentially, we can only have like one factory here, and that's about it. Making any more is not actually going to benefit us here. Because every factory, although one factory is 10,000 people. So even just one factory in that province is the equivalent of 25% of its population working there. So it's basically kind of just garbage. Well, what can you do? Unlike Kano and East Mali, they can have a decent amount of factories in them as well. Yeah, so people are trying to work in Kano. What do you need right now? Nothing. Okay, you're all under construction. Some of these do build faster than others. The textile mill will be nice. We don't have any dyes, but I'm sure we can probably import them just fine. And of course, I am also subsidizing all of our factories. That's okay. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even really matter if the factories are losing money, as long as I'm getting the score from it. I think that's all that matters. So we would need 1,000 points right now to become a great power. And that, again, probably is not likely unless I can somehow get a ton of prestige. I mean, prestige is always the easiest way for a small country in West Africa, a small country anywhere, to really make good progress. So in July of next year, we'll have our tech here. And then after that, we will go into, you. Who are you at war with? Are you at war with Turkey? Yes, you are. Why? The Asia Minor Expedition. Seize the era provinces. So apparently they want to take some stuff from you. And Turkey has gone socialist. I guess that's fine. You know, I'll join the war just to be on Britain's good side. I mean, I'm not going to get involved at all. And hopefully it doesn't cost me too much money. But Turkey is basically at war with the entirety of the British alliance. But nobody else is going to attack Turkey. I'm guessing that Turkey... I don't know actually why the UK got this. It might just be like an event if Turkey has a revolution, no matter who wins. Or if the Ottomans get kicked out, then they can attack. But that's fine. Again, it's just more goodwill, I would say, for us. I mean, Turkey can't win the war. Obviously, they're going to absolutely die. So yeah, so Bulgaria got the problems that they wanted. And I think Russia's actually going to somehow lose against Austro-Hungary, which is actually just embarrassing for them. The American war is probably going to be a stalemate because I don't think the Germans will ever surrender it. Yes, you need like 100% war score to even take the one province you want. So, we'll see how that works out for you. Again, I'm not going to be sending troops up here. I don't think... Any troops I send up here would also just get slaughtered because the Turkish military is just a million times better than mine with my lowly plus... You know, my lowly 5 military tech. It's not very good. In fact, it's actually extremely bad. I mean, you're in the sphere of the Japanese, right? No, because you had a revolution. You got kicked out. The Japanese got kicked out, so... Kind of dumb on their part, but after this we'll go up to getting this 15%. The quality plus 5%. Cost modifier from years known, like... Apparently quality makes things cost more money. Which kind of sucks. But I'm guessing these are, you know, a lot cheaper because of how old they are. Yeah, no, the British are definitely going to win. I don't know what they get. I'm assuming everything that's not part of modern-day Turkey. So all of... Yeah, reach plus 100. Fantastic. So I'm assuming they're just going to get all of this. Greece took some territory from Turkey as well, but I think that's just completely unrelated. And we'll get art technology here. So we got 13.37. Fantastic. Yeah, so now these other techs are researched pretty quickly. You're going to take on 1900. About what I expected. I expected about... Actually, if you're done in 1900, I think we might as well go straight up to anti-rationalism. And that actually allows us to potentially pick up like 50 prestige. Which would be really nice, and I think might be enough to push me into great power not great power, but secondary power status. Yeah, no, like we're pretty close. We either need Spain, Brazil, and them to kind of take a knocking, which they might do if they actually lose to the United States. But you know, we shall see. Yeah, no, you're definitely going to lose. What else are you trying to take? You're also trying to take Hull. Is that not included in your other CB? I don't actually know. I might actually not include this, because normally Turkey doesn't own that province. The great question I don't have the answer to. I think actually now that we can recruit another 4 divisions, I think now's the time when we should probably be trying to organize a little bit. To make sure our armies are at least not garbage. Like vultures, the British have descended upon us. Yeah, oh, wow, that's actually really bad for you, isn't it? Yeah. And unlike normally, or, you know, unlike what happened historically, France gets nothing. This is now just completely under the sphere of the British Empire. So, poor Turkey. I think even Russia got a chunk out of it as well. I don't even know why that's the case. Okay, you're actually taking attrition right now. Okay, so combine. I'm just gonna like split in half, I think. So let's go for like a 4-4-1 ratio, at least for now. which means that you would need, we'll delete your weak one. I'll delete your 1 weak infantry as well. Because, you know, these guys just will never reinforce. Okay, so you guys go here. 3,000 goes here. So we need 2, 4... 2, 4, 7... 7 cannons and 1 horse. To at least make this kind of somewhat okay ratio. They rally over here in Segu. Okay, so that's fine. And then maybe at that point we can have a somewhat competent army. I don't know where all of our money is going. Probably towards education and administration cost. You know, trying to make sure my empire can run okay. I mean, we're not at war anymore, which is nice. Hejaz is not under anybody's fear. But they will get oil at some point. I'm going to do something strange. I'm going to try... Oh, 20 cost? Why are you so expensive? Maybe because I'm not a great power or a secondary power. It costs a lot of money for me to do that. Yeah, 20 is a lot. Okay, so it looks like the United States have won the war. Spain got kicked down to 18th place, so they're no longer a secondary power. Brazil and Greece are in charge now. But we are catching up. There's no doubt about that. We are... Apparently also, this is considered the Near East. I don't know if I agree with that assessment that much, but that is a-okay. And you're all under British influence. Do you think I could get the British to take a province from Persia for me? I bet you I could. Hejaz or Kuwait, they should have oil in the future. Which should hopefully give me at least some benefit. Be done July of 1900. Like, 20 is just too much. Very expensive. But... Oh, okay. Russia's actually just steamrolling through Austro-Hungary. So I think they might actually just collapse as a country. We shall see. I'm going to justify war goal against you. A punitive expedition, 5 infamy. No, I'm just going to demand concession from you. And I'll see if the British will say yes. If they say yes... I mean, if it allows, you know, Britain to take some territory as well, I'm not going to say no to it. But if I can, like, take a chunk out of Persia... It really would secure our place as a true nation. And also maybe get us some more points and stuff so we can actually do something useful. We built up all our factories here. We're now just waiting for them to be filled up. Which they should eventually do. I don't know how many... Okay, so this is 7. So that's 80,000 workers in that province. This one needs 90,000. Clearly, we're not there quite yet. I mean, again, it's only like 5 infamy. We're at a point right now where infamy doesn't really matter to us. Because there's no one who we really even declare war against. We have our single port. We don't have a navy at all. Like, I can build, I think, 2 clipper transports. But what's that going to do for us? So, Persia, if I declare war on you, you're not in anybody's sphere, are you? You're friendly with the Russians. If I declare war on you to take over, I think Fars is the province? No, this one's Fars. To take over Kustan. Would the UK say yes? The United Kingdom would accept. The United Kingdom has accepted our call to arms. Apparently Iraq has claims to that territory as well, but that's fine. So we're going to take a chunk out of Persia. I don't know. What actually do you have here? Cotton, fish. But I'm pretty sure in the future, this will contain... it will contain oil. you know, around like 1910, 1920. So it's, I mean, it's gonna take a while for them to get there. Actually, you need 3 in total, right? Yeah. So you guys can go here for now. We're gonna need, I think, 4 more artillery. And then 1 more cannon, or 1 more horse. And that should at least have 327 stacks. It's not the best, but it could also be significantly worse. Yeah, so the British are coming over here. How much does this cost? I mean, again, it's the Britain should be the war leader here, I would imagine. Yeah. So we're not going to be able to take anything. But the British can start sieging stuff down, probably kill the Persian army. Again, they are partially westernized. They're not even a westernized nation yet. The frickin' losers. How could you not be westernized at a time like this? So, you are fine. You're just missing a horse. I can't build a horse quite yet. But we will in the future. And we have started to build a navy. Beautiful. Don't put any money into the navy. It's not worth it at all. So you can build dragoons. Dragoons are okay. This will get us only another... I mean, it only gives us like another 3.5 research. But it's mostly because our education and our literacy rate is such garbage. Oh, now the United Kingdom wants to take Kerman. Which is... Which state is that? It's this one. I don't care. You know, Britain, like I said, you can take whatever you want. As long as I get this territory, I'm okay with it. I guess probably Britain had an interest in taking over their territory anyway, so it's a win-win scenario, looks like. This is also a rally point for boats, because again, it's the only place where boats can exist. I don't want to kill the intellectuals, because I desperately need them to educate my population. So you're going to be done in... Yeah, July next year. And then we go to anti-rationalism, but that won't be done until like 1903, I think. Which is a while, I will admit. However, we don't really have a choice. We don't really have a choice in the matter. Yeah, so the British are doing a good job. They won't call in their allies, and I don't know why. But I guess it doesn't really matter that much. So you might as well just go straight to this guy. Then we need basically 2 more units, and we should be okay to go. Like, you can at least deploy your way down south. We want to look at supply map mode. Basically, you actually can't move anywhere. So you go up to here. You know, at least be on the French border. Yeah, just mostly be against the French. There's some problems in Romania. Britain's not going to get involved, obviously, because they're in a war right now. Oh, it's Austro-Hungary. Yeah, and Russia did win. They fought all that for just that little slice of territory, but that's okay. So we'll see how this goes. You're going to back them. You're going to back the French Republic. So again, who are you going to back? You're going to back the French. So it looks like there might be a war. We'll see. Romania would get this chunk of territory. I don't think get all of it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, the British sadly only have like 1 stack they're sitting around here. Apparently every time they move, they're losing like 9,000 men. They have 63... Drops down to 54. So they lost, yeah, they're losing like 9,000 men every single time they march to a different province. So, you know, that's the AI being the AI. We can't really control for that. They didn't even take their territory they were demanding. They didn't even take the territory that they wanted. Okay, then sure, whatever. I think there's going to be a good time to end this episode, so thank you for watching my Anthem. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you not enjoy, you can always thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye. Lost my brain, died at the end there, but that's okay.